What is up, boyos? And welcome back to another video. As many of you are aware, if you're watching this video, you're probably into video games, so you probably already know that there was a Nintendo Direct today. And I want to talk about that Nintendo Direct and my thoughts about it. We'll break it down. We'll talk about everything that was there. We'll try to keep it concise and as interesting as possible. But right here at the start, I just want to say I thought the Nintendo Direct was pretty good. You know, I thought it wasn't bad. Compared to some other Nintendo Directs that I've seen in the past, this was one of the better ones. Wasn't the best one. And, you know, this does come around the time of Summer Games Fest, the PlayStation Showcase, the Xbox Showcase, Ubisoft Forward just happened. So it does kind of fit into that almost E3-esque showcase time frame. And I don't think it quite lives up to those levels of hype. But that being said, it was a pretty good showcase, and they did have a lot to show. I even feel like it was better than the PlayStation Showcase. After watching this showcase, though, it really does confirm to me that the Nintendo Switch seems to be slowing down a little bit. Yes, they still have some cool stuff coming. Spoilers, there's a new 2D Mario coming, which is great, and that's super cool. But it does feel like we're coming to an end here with the Nintendo Switch. I think next year we're getting a new Switch 2, Switch Pro, whatever it is, because you could kind of feel it here. There's what's gonna top Zelda, as far as for this year at least. We're getting a remaster of the Arkham games are coming on here. Those games are super old. It just kind of feels like, hey, everything that's not already on Switch, we're putting it on now so we can move on to the next thing and sell it to you again. So that is kind of my initial thoughts of the showcase, but let's talk about the showcase and what we saw. It did start with a announcement that we are getting some DLC for Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet. No surprise there. It is kind of interesting that last year we got 2 Pokemon games, and this year seemingly we're not getting any real Pokemon games. There is some other stuff that we'll talk about later on in the showcase that we saw, but to go from 2 to none is pretty weird. But we're getting some DLC for Scarlet. It'd be cool if we got some DLC for Arceus, but what are you going to do? I'd love an Arceus 2 or maybe another Let's Go game or something like that. But I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised we're not getting another Pokemon game this year. We got 2 last year, I don't think we need another one this year. So take your time with the next one. Give me Arceus 2. I would love that. Give us a Let's Go, Cyndaquil or whatever. That'd be pretty cool. But that's how they started the show, is with new DLC. We had already seen this at a previous showcase. I believe we saw this at the summer showcase, in fact. But now it's confirmed it's coming to Nintendo. We've got the new Sonic game, which I actually think this game looks quite good. I think it looks really cute and really enjoyable. Liking the art style. I think it's a nice art style. I think Sonic works best in 2D like this. I thought Sonic Mania was great. So if I'm getting a Sonic game, this is kind of what I want from it. Just like every other Nintendo Direct, there was some farming stuff here. Tons of farming simulator type games, so always expect that at a Nintendo Direct. We got the confirmation that Persona 5 Tactica is coming to the Nintendo Switch. This is so cool, man, that we're seeing, this was announced at the Xbox Showcase, of course. And Persona historically has always been a PlayStation branded game, a second party game, some people would even say. It was a selling point for the PS4. The fact that we had Persona 5 on there. Well, now Persona 5 is on everything, including the Switch, including the Xbox. These games are getting announced now at Xbox showcases. And now we're getting the confirmation that this is also coming to Nintendo, which is awesome. You love to see it. This game looks kind of cool, I said it during the Xbox Showcase. I hope it's not just, a sort of filler type game. We've gotten a lot of Persona 5 extra content, I guess, for lack of a better term, since Persona 5 came out. We got Strikers, we got this fighting game, and now we've got Tactica coming out. So I hope it's not just filler and the game is actually good, because I do like the idea of a Persona Fire Emblem type game. We got an announcement for the next Splatfest at this Direct. It's going to be different ice cream flavors, so get excited for a new Splatfest in Splatoon. Team Chocolate, Mint Chip, baby, let's go. Mint Chip, let's go, baby. Yeah, definitely going to be playing that. I've been looking for a reason to get back into Splatoon. I've been telling my friends that the next Splatfest, I'm definitely hopping in. So I'm going to start training soon, baby. Maybe we'll do some of that on stream. That'd be fun. We got an announcement for a new Detective Pikachu, and he sounds hilarious. Let's see if we can hear him.
A light roast today, huh?
I love that. I love that Pikachu has just a deeply manly voice. I felt like that's what was missing from the Detective Pikachu movie. I don't know why in the movie he has this Ryan Reynolds voice, but in the games he has this like deep, like, I'm a detective, you know, sort of deal. It makes more sense. Next up, we got a very cool announcement. Super Mario RPG, a game that we all thought was in development hell, could never get done, because if you don't know the history of Super Mario RPG, I believe Square Enix actually developed it for, or maybe it was Squaresoft back in the day, developed it for Nintendo. So Nintendo owned the game, but a lot of the characters in Super Mario RPG are technically Squaresoft games, or Squaresoft characters rather. So remaking it almost seemed impossible, but here we are. It's happening. We've got Super Mario RPG, and it looks great. It has a great little style to it. I love the art style. It looks like sort of like what they did with Link's Awakening, where they really just freshened up the look of it, made the gameplay a little better, but kind of kept it the same, because Super Mario RPG, it's a great game. The only thing really dated with it is some of the visuals of the original game. So like updating this like this, I think it's going to be great. Of course, as I mentioned earlier, we got an announcement for the Arkham Trilogy coming to the Nintendo Switch. I can't imagine these games are going to run particularly well on the Nintendo Switch, but if you've never played them and you have a Nintendo Switch and you need something to just sort of, fuck around with while you're laying in your bed, I'm sure this will be a great time. I'm sure you'll have a wonderful time playing this game in your bed. I'm half tempted. I like the idea of playing this handheld, to be honest. Or you could get a Steam Deck. I've been a long-time fan of Gloomhaven. If you're unfamiliar with Gloomhaven, Gloomhaven is a board game that has like RPG elements, and it's wonderful. It's really fun. Gloomhaven, they turned it into a video game a while ago, and it's been on PC for a while, and now it's coming to Switch. I still think the preferred way to play this is probably on PC, but it's still cool to see it get some love out here. I think Gloomhaven is a wonderful time. We did get confirmation that Just Dance is coming to Nintendo. No real shocker there. We got this trailer for this game called Silent Hope. I don't really have a whole lot of thoughts about it. It's got farming elements. Of course it does. I don't know. Seems, kind of uninteresting, to be honest. But there's always got to be a couple at these showcases that are like, whatever. Much like Fae Farm, which is something we've seen at other Nintendo Directs even, It's just another farming simulator type game. Very uninterested. Along with Manic Mechanics, it seems... I don't know. It could be one of those games that's really fun, but I don't know. It just doesn't do much for me. We did get an announcement for more content in Mario Rabbids Sparks of Hope. Got some DLC coming pretty soon for Mario Rabbids, which is cool to see some DLC for this game, because notoriously, this game did kind of underperform as far as sales, but I played it last year and I thought it was great. So I'm glad to see this game continue to get some love. And if you haven't played it, I think it's definitely worth your time. Dragon Quest Monsters sort of looks like what if Dragon Quest was Pokemon. So, it's Pokemon, but with the art style of Dragon Ball, basically. So, I don't know. If you're into that kind of thing, here it is. We did get an announcement for Metal Gear Solid 3 Remake at the Xbox Showcase. And while they were announcing that, they did sort of shadow announce that we're getting the trilogy, the original trilogy, ported to Xbox. Well, now it's confirmed that those 3 games are also coming to the Nintendo Switch, which I actually think is a really great way to play these games. You can play them handheld or however you want to play them, which is great. And I'm sure they'll have no issue running really well on the Switch. They're very old games, as well as some of the more original games back, the old NES, SNES games. So keep an eye out for that. Vampire Survivor has had this unexpected rise to fame. It's such a simple little game. It's kind of an auto shooter where all you really need to do is control the arrow keys. But it's just such an addicting little game. I played it a few times and I loved it. And now it's coming to Switch. The fact that it took this long to get to Switch is pretty wild, but it's been a long time coming and we're happy to see it. Headbangers is this game where you play as some pigeons. It almost has like a WarioWare sort of vibe to it, which is really cool. It's a bunch of mini games, and you just compete with your buddies in these mini games. I'm sure it'd be great at parties. If this game is over $30, there's no way in hell I'd ever buy it. But if it was on sale or something for $15 down the line, I might check it out. We got an unexpected announcement, at least for me. I haven't heard anything about this, but the team behind Sonic Mania is making a new game. It's called Penny's Big Breakaway, and I think it looks really cool. It's got this like 2D side-scrolling sort of style to it, but it also switches into some 3D elements as well. I think it looks really cool. It almost has like a more of a newer Mario vibe to it as far as the platforming goes, but it still looks like it has like the speed of a Sonic game. And I love the idea that you're just sort of on this yo-yo rolling around. I think this game looks wonderful. I can't wait to see it. Of course, we got the announcement that there are more Mario Kart tracks coming soon to the booster course. So Booster Course Pass Wave 5 is coming very soon, coming this summer, in fact. And of course, when those come out, I love to play them and get my 3 stars or whatever for them. So looking forward to doing that when these come out. Star Ocean, the second story R, looks really awesome. This art style is just so next level. I love the way that they incorporate this pixel art style with a more modern sort of look. It's why I love Octopath Traveler. It's why I loved Triangle Strategy. It's why I think the remake of Live Alive is so cool. And this game looks so wonderful. I think it looks really awesome, and I'm really looking forward to it. And it comes out November 2nd, so I can't wait. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. It looks really great. I love some old school RPG action like this. Also, WarioWare, another WarioWare game is coming, but this one seems to be more movement focused. So you actually use the Joy-Cons to sort of get your movement on and have some fun with your friends. This is very Wii era Nintendo here, but it looks very fun. It looks very cute. I'm sure a lot of people will have fun with it. And now, what you've all been waiting for, the final announcement, the one more thing. And it is a pretty big one, and I wasn't fully expecting to see it at this showcase, to be honest. I thought it was a pipe dream. But here we are. In 1 year, we get both a Zelda game and a new 2D Mario. And I think it's wonderful that after all these years of making 2D Marios, Nintendo still finds ways to make these games look so interesting. Still, this game seems to have so much style, so much heart, where I think if it were anyone else, we might be just getting another same old sort of, here's another Sonic game, you know what I mean? But no, this is Mario, and Mario gets the love he deserves and the respect he deserves. He's goddamn Mario. I think this game looks really awesome. I haven't been this excited for a 2D Mario in a long time. I think the visuals are just so cool. The gameplay looks really fun, and you turn into an elephant. So you love to see that. So Super Mario Bros. Wonder comes to the Nintendo Switch on October 20th. So I can't wait to play it. I thought this Direct was really good. I thought there was a lot of really cool content here. Not too much to complain about. Like I said, I do think the Nintendo Switch is starting to come to a close. We're probably going to start seeing announcements for a new Switch. We're going to start seeing leaks pretty soon here for a new Switch. So I'm excited to see what Nintendo has in store when it comes to that. So at this point in the Nintendo's lifespan, this is great to see that they're still developing for it. And I'm sure with whatever iteration that comes next, as far as Nintendo consoles, they will continue to support the Switch. Be it a Switch Pro, be it a at-home console, and they keep supporting the Switch. I don't know what their plan is, but I can't wait to see what they do. Nintendo always makes the weirdest decisions, and a lot of times they work out. Sometimes they don't, but a lot of times they do. So can't wait to see what they have in store for us next. I thought this Direct was great. A lot of games here that I can't wait to play. So definitely one of the better showcase of the Summer Game Fest time frame, I guess. The E3 time, you know? I wonder what next year is going to look like around E3. Are we going to get an E3 next year? Probably not. Probably not. What is everyone actually going to meet up at Summer Games Fest? Probably not. It's probably just going to be loosey-goosey like this for the rest of time. So, yeah, whatever. It is what it is. But thanks for watching, everyone. I appreciate you being here, and we'll see you next time.